first is software development, that's front end, back end, full stack. And second is data analysis and data science, and project management, product design, cybersecurity special, as you work as a cybersecurity specialist, digital marketing and SEO, cloud and DevOps engineers. So I included some tips to help invest in side projects. That's very important. So whichever of these you want to choose, it's important to invest in side projects, and as well belong to a community. So I believe, I don't know if an Ekeme would have has it as a plan to basically put all of you in a group so that to also help you to learn together, accountability. It's a model that I've used before to help a couple of young people to learn tech. And Ekeme happened to be in that group a couple of, I think, 2022 or thereabout, 2021 or 2022, where I had to bring in some young people who wanted to learn, and then got them courses, and they helped each other out. And in the end, all of them are now doing well in their various skills they chose. So it might be something you can look into to see how to help. So everyone can, after this presentation today, they can sort of have a community to belong. And then network broadly. So, and of course, you also need to understand that tech is not just technical. There's also an aspect of business to it. And if you ever want to do business and succeed, you need to network broadly. And it's one of the things that a lot of tech guys, especially entry-level guys, do not understand. So you need to try as much as you can. Don't be a nerd. Try as much as you can to network. That helps. And then challenge yourself every day. Really important. So we'll start with the first one, software development, which is, we have the front end, back end, and full stack to talk about. So on the tip side, the goal is to build something you can use and share for feedback. Then iterate the process until you have more yes. So global recruiters rank full stack and back-end developers as the top needed roles, heading into 2024. That's what the statistics says from Statistica. So between 2024 to 2025, the statistics says that globally there's so much demand for software developers. So I will explain the terms. So for people who who have not yet made up their mind, who don't really know what to do, this will help. So front end is basically, we have front end developers, we have back end developers, we have full stack developers. So I'll explain front. I'll start with front end. So front end developers build what users see and interact with. HTML, they interact, just basically what people see and then interact with. For instance, I sent a link, was shared across for everyone. You clicked on that link, you would see join the meeting. That's a button. And then the things you can see, the website looks aesthetically beautiful. You can tell where the nav bar is, where the footer is, where a link to click to this and all of that. So you do not need to be a software developer to know how to navigate across the website. So that's the work of the front-end engineer. They basically build that aesthetics, that beautifully built, that beautiful website you scroll across, you visit. And then they do this using HTML, CSS, JavaScript frameworks. We have JavaScript frameworks like React, Vue, and then also Angular. So any of them, there might be also more frameworks. That now depends on what you want to do. Then we have backend developers. They build the server-side logic. To explain what a server is as well. So a server is basically where it's another computer, a virtual computer. I would use that term. That just looks like a computer. It has memories for storage. It has RAM that does all the computing speed and all of that. That's where a website is housed. So the logic, the logical part of the website is what the backend engineer does. For example, you're trying to log into Facebook and it comes back with a feedback, your password is incorrect, change the password, all of that logic, that's what backend engineers do. And backend engineers also, they also do a couple of other things. For instance, um, if you're on Facebook, you want to post, share posts, that information is stored on the database somewhere. So all the logic that happens, the security that happens, just to be sure that the data is sanitized before it goes into the database. That's what a backend engineer does. And algorithm, you would hear about algorithm a lot, especially on Twitter, Facebook, or the social media platforms. Algorithm everywhere. TikTok algorithm, Instagram algorithm. That's what backend engineers do, to build those algorithms. So, and then full stack developers just do both. So to do both the front end and the back end. But so that's that. So these roles are the backbone of any tech product, including the one we use today, Teams, we're using today. So the Nigerian banks, fintech startups, e-commerce companies all need developers. So you see how big the market is. And a lot of people, every now and then, new startups are coming up in Nigeria to solve more problems. So that means that developers will be needed to build those new platforms. And just to maintain those platforms, developers will also be needed to maintain them. And you can also be the developer that is building stuff as business. So every company is becoming a tech company in some way. They all need people to build and maintain software. So coding skills is actually in demand. So we have lots of programming languages. What a programming language is it's that tool that you use to code to build whatever you want to build, in the computer. We have Python, we have Java, we have JavaScript, we have C#, we have C++, and we have scripting languages, particularly for the web, like PHP. So it now depends on the one you want to, what you want to do. So, excuse me. If you want to choose software development, I would encourage you to strengthen your problem-solving abilities. It's quite important because what you do with code is to solve problems. You need to know how to iterate through problems and bring your solutions, how to compress complex solutions into simpler solutions. A couple of other things, how to build scalable software that is easy to maintain, that can easily be scaled up, and all of that. So, and all of this happens through, by coding. You won't just get to that level without coding. You just need to keep coding and then practice and build more projects. So the more projects you build, the better you get at it. I am saying this to encourage those who are already frustrated. They're already on the journey but are frustrated. Just keep building more projects. Think about ideas, sit down, explore the solutions and build them. That's the easiest way to learn, and then an experience.